Hey, so I wanted to shoot this video to teach you how I got 42 sales in the last 7 days on Etsy, selling a digital download. That is awesome, and it's one that I'm actually going to be continuing with quite a bit because I found there's a ton of potential in this. So there's a couple steps that I took. In this video, I'm going to kind of walk you through them all so that you can hopefully repeat this process. I know some people are struggling to get sales on Etsy, but I'll tell you, when you tie your products to a holiday, it works really, really, really well. And that's what I've been doing for years and years with my print-on-demand business. Anytime a holiday would come up, like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, those are four really, really big events that happen every single year, along with like wedding season and birthdays and all that stuff. But this particular product I found, it just works really, really well. So I'm going to walk you through what I did. First is I did a little bit of research. So I just went to Etsy and I tried to find some products that were selling really well. So I'm going to show you how I did that real quick right now. So I'm on Etsy here, and all I did was kind of go like this: Mother's Day gift. And there is a ton of volume on this keyword, especially, well, it got up to like 12,456 searches per month for that. The next one that I'm looking at is actually Father's Day, which I can use this same product idea for Father's Day, and I believe I can do even more volume with it because there's a lot of things that I learned and a lot of things that I can do. But all I did was go here, and in that case I went to Mother's Day gift, and I got a whole bunch of results of mugs, and I got candles, and I got shirts. I'm not really a fan of selling apparel on Etsy because of the returns. So usually when somebody buys a shirt, it'll be too small, or the printing won't be right, or something will be wrong with it. So they'll want to return it. And when they want to return a shirt to me, I can't do anything with that because it comes right from the print-on-demand company to the buyer. So if they send it back to me, I'm like, great, now I got like a rag to wash my car with. Like, I just tell them, like, keep it, I'll just send you another one, really, because I just have to eat the cost anyway. So what I did this research. I used Everbee. You can go grab a copy of it. There's a free version, or go to ppc-coach.com/Everbee and you can get this. And I went to Mother's Day gift, and what I did was I went to analyze more listings. So instead of 64 listings on the front page, I went and looked at 750,000 listings on the whole thing. And then I just did the total sales. And you do get a lot of things that are kind of handmade that you can't really make. Well, that I can't, like digitally, I can't make it. But you can filter these results as well. So if you go to filters, just one example you could do is like printable. And that will filter that 750,000 results to make sure that the product name contains the word printable. So this might take a second to go through because there are thousands and thousands and thousands of these. But now I get these results, and you can see that within here, there are a lot that are getting a lot of sales. So you just sort by total sales, and then you sift through the list, and you're gonna find a whole bunch of ideas. Some of them you can do, some of them you can't do. And what I did is I found ones that I could do, and I tested them. There are quite a few in here that work very, very well. There's cards, there's art, there's that little audio thing, that sound wave thing, that's very cool. But that's how I found it. And then all I did was I opened up a sheet, like a Google sheet. I'll show you an example here. Where are we? Let's look at this one. So I've got a sheet that I made, and all I do is I put the image in one column, URL, the number of reviews, sales, price, revenue, and status. So in this example, for the challenge on my group coaching program, we're doing cards, we're doing printable cards. So I found a whole bunch of them on Etsy, and I would put them into a sheet. This is a sheet that I shared with my students inside my group coaching program, but it gives you an idea of what you can create. So from a printable card point of view, I can create this, add it to my sheet. This sheet is like my database now, so this is kind of step 2, where I add everything to it, and then I have a bunch of ideas that I can do. So step 1, I'm gonna put it over here. Step 1, research. And then step 2 is add to Google Sheet. And then step 3 is I would take some of these ideas and I would go to either Canva or Photopea is what I mainly use, and I would create the design. So create the design, but I don't only need the design. I need a mock-up, and then I also need a video, and I also need an information kind of thumbnail, we'll call it. And with that, I can then go to step 4, which is where I actually go and I list the product. So in this case, again, I need the title, I need the description, I need the tag. So I can go and look at the ones that I found that are getting sales already. Like this particular one says like, Mom, you worked hard and raised me well so that I may raise my cats. Happy Mother's Day. And that one sold about approximately 786. So if I click on that and go to it, you can see that very easily I can look at the product title, and it's Mother's Day card, Mother's Day gift, craft greeting card, funny. Then you can look at the description. We strongly recommend upgrading it. Okay, the description on that's pretty weak, but we can also look at the tags. So if I hit product analytics, it will give me the tags that they're using. So in this case, they're targeting kind of cat lovers, cat moms. There's a funny Mother's Day tag in there, Mother Day card, cat mothers, retro Mother's Day, recycle card, under 5. I don't know why that's there. Craft greeting cards, I guess they like that. Those are all tags that they used on this listing that we could also use on ours. Say we're doing like a cat one, we could do that. So you need to get your Etsy SEO. You need the title, description, and the tags. You need that down pat. And I use also ChatGPT for the description. So if I were doing this one, I would basically copy the tags, and then I would go to ChatGPT as an example, and I would say, write me a funny printable card description for a Mother's Day card that I am selling on my Etsy shop. Make sure you include the keywords. And watch this. Oh, that didn't do. No, okay. Rewrite that as a product description for Etsy. This is better. So they took all of the basic tags that I gave it, the keywords that I gave it, and it spit out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs, which I can then take and put into my listing. And so my title is going to have the keywords in it, my description has the keywords in it, and my tags have the description in it. So now when people are actually looking for that, my kind of product should float up to the top of the search results a lot better than somebody else's. But I didn't stop there. Okay, so I've got my research, I added it to the Google Sheet, and I continued doing that till I found really good ones. I created the design, the mock-up, the video, the information in Canva. Then I did my SEO work. Then I actually listed the thing. So step 5 is like, list it on Etsy. And then step 6, I took it to the last step, which is I actually ran ads. So ran ads to it, and I focused my entire budget on this. And that's the way that I run ads on Etsy. I don't run like $1 a day across 100 products. That's really inefficient, because if you think of $1 a day across 100 products, you're spending maybe, what is it, like 10 cents a day? So how long is that going to take you to spend like $2 on one product? Like a year or more, or half a year? It's not worth it. Like, you have to be smart with your ads. and you have to not only run them, but then when you are running them, you want to make sure that you go in and look at your ads and make sure you're turning off any keywords that your ad's showing for that you don't want it to. So with my product, I found a couple keywords that I didn't want to use, so I actually shut those down. So I go in every morning and just look at kind of the last stats from yesterday, or if anything new popped up, and I would just be shutting off keywords that I did not want my ad to show for, and it ended up optimizing it really well so that I was profitable with my ads. The benefit too of running ads is every kind of rows 1, 3, 7, 10, all the way down, basically every third row on Etsy on the front page is ads. So if I go back here to Mother's Day gift, I'll show you, and let's just X out of this. Like row 1 right here, ad by Etsy seller, that whole row is ads. And then this is kind of retargeting that they'll put for you. And then row 3, well, row 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 4, there's row 4, which is ads. And then 6, row 4, 5, 6, row 7, also ads. So basically a third of the search results that people get whatever they type into Etsy is ads. So if you're trying to get your store and you don't have very many sales on it and you're trying to get sales without running ads, you're going to be there a long time, because there are shops that are doing a lot higher volume and have been doing a lot higher volume for years that are getting all of the attention of the Etsy algorithm. So it's not just running ads though. I'll just put this. Make sure you optimize your ads too. So step 6 is optimize, oops, spelled that wrong, optimize your ads. So that's what I did. There's basically 6 things. The next step for me, and I'm put some notes over here, is I am actually going to create a dedicated shop to this particular niche, because like niche being the product and the product type, because I feel that there's so much potential to run it for every single holiday throughout the year, that this product is suitable for that and it will work very well. And that way I'm finding, like, I have a general store where I kind of run everything and I'll test everything. And when things start to work, then I will move it into its own dedicated shop. It's kind of like back in the day when I used to run Google search ads, like hardcore. We would do what's called like the peel and stick or the cherry pick method, where you'd bid on a bunch of keywords and then in one ad group, and then you just take the best one and you move it to its own. I'm taking the same exact principle and applying it to Etsy. You can have more than one shop. You can use the same bank account information. You just have to use a different email. Etsy says you have to disclose all your shops somewhere, but they don't really say where. So I haven't run into any trouble with that at all. So I do have shops that people have found that are public, but I also have shops that nobody's found, and they're not going to find this one. So that's my next step. With Father's Day coming up especially, I believe I can double or triple that in like over a 7-day average. That particular product, I'm looking at it on my other screen, it sold 48 units for $115.20 revenue total. And that is just a digital product. There's no fulfillment, there's no base cost, there's no anything. It was priced at $3 and I ran it on a sale because sales are important too, to get traction, and scarcity matters with Etsy. Anyway, that's how I got 42 sales on Etsy in the last 7 days. I'm now going to continue that with Father's Day, and I'm going to double or triple that because I've got a product that's working very well. And all I'm going to do is open up a dedicated shop for this product, and it's going to hit all the different holidays throughout the year, including like birthdays, and I'll do it for weddings too, I think. Anything evergreen, anniversaries, this product is going to apply. So once you hit on something good, I think you just like kind of laser focus into that, get a shop up and running, get out like, you know, as many listings as you can, like 200, 500, 1,000, and then you can move on to your next idea. But if you have too many shops going with very little attention paid to like any one, you're not going to do very well at all. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you need some help, I've got a group coaching program where I do this stuff all day long. I also have the digital download school. The links are in the description. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.